15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back on the Success Blueprint. It is that time of the week, 15-Minute Monday, and I welcome you back. I hope that you had a fantastic Christmas. And tomorrow it's the 29th, and then we got 3 days left, and we're hitting 2026. I hope you are ready, you are prepared, that you have done some self-development and not only holidays. If you want to dive strategically into 2026, then you can reach out to me and I will assist you with that. Today I'm giving you an episode that you can use for 2026. It will help you, and it's called The Comfort of Familiar Pain and Why We Stay Where It Hurts. Known pain feels safer than unknown growth. That sentence explains more stalled lives than lack of talent, motivation, or opportunity ever could. And this matters because many people aren't stuck due to the fear of failure. They're stuck because their nervous system has learned to prefer predictable suffering over uncertain improvement. Familiar pain offers structure, growth feels chaotic. And it makes us scared. And change scares people in general. So this episode is for you. In life, this keeps people in relationships, roles, habits, and identities that drain them. And in business, it keeps leaders tolerating misalignment, inefficiency, and quiet dissatisfaction because change feels riskier than endurance. This episode is not about pushing harder. I don't want you to push harder. It's about understanding why the mind clings to what hurts and how to step into discomfort without destroying yourself in the process. I had many coaching clients during 2025. The reason why they fell apart, why the coaching sometimes was not as impactful as they wanted is because they didn't lean into discomfort, because they did not do the things that needed to be done. They were very good with identifying what needed to be done, but taking action and really making the change, that's where it falls apart because of fear, because of uncertainty, and because you need to lean into discomfort to change. So what better opportunity than 2026 starting in 3 days to lean into discomfort and really make sure that you can make a change for 2026. But let me give you a bit of more insight into the problem. What is the issue here? What is the currency that we're leaking? The brain prioritizes predictability, not happiness. Familiar pain has rules. You know how it hurts, you know when it hurts, and you know how to cope with it because you're used to it. An unfamiliar growth has none of that. It threatens identity, routine, and certainty. And that is why people are stuck and why they never change. They want to be coached, they want change, they want to do this, they want to do that. But when it comes to taking the action to change, that's not happening. And that is why such a small percentage are peak performers and really change in their life. So the mind whispers. At least you know what you're dealing with. That's what it does when you are comfortable where you are. It could be worse. This is manageable. Now isn't the right time. The problem isn't weakness, it's conditioning. Your nervous system learns safety from repetition, even if that repetition hurts you. But let me tell you why I want you to get out of the familiar plane and what it costs you to stay there. Staying in familiar plane feels stable, but it corrodes slowly. It costs you energy because endurance requires constant suppression. Self-trust because you know you're settling. That's what you're doing with that behavior. Identity because you shrink to fit what hurts less. Time because years pass while nothing truly changes. Look back at the 5 years. When have you really made an uncomfortable change? You followed through with it no matter the consequence because you knew it was right for you. Little to none. The longer you stay, the more normal it feels. And the more normal it feels, the harder it becomes to leave. Familiar pain doesn't scream, it whispers. And it whispers in your ear to just stay. In that unhealthy relationship because you think it's going to change, because you think there was some growth, that job that makes you unhappy because one day you will be promoted and maybe then things will change. In that plane of just operating because that holiday at the end of the year is coming up and next year everything will change, only to recognize at the end of the year that nothing has changed and you're still on the same hamster wheel, the same autopilot, and that year in and year out. But Fear you not, today I'm giving you a 5-step toolkit how you can change it if you want to really take action and you have the discipline to take action and to lean into discomfort. Step number 1, name the familiar pain clearly. Write it down. Pain and any other challenge stays powerful when it's vague. The action that you take here, write one sentence. The pain I'm tolerating is, and then you fill in the blanks. I want you to be specific. Not, I'm unhappy, but I feel drained every Sunday night. I silence myself to avoid conflict. I stay busy to avoid making a decision. Clarity weakens attachment. Step number 2, identify the hidden payoff. Every familiar pain provides something to you. There's a reason why you're doing this. And the action that you take here, you ask yourself, what does this pain protect me from? What responsibility does it help me to avoid? What identity does it allow me to keep? Pain often protects belonging, certainty, or self-image. Seeing the payoff breaks the spell. Step number 3, separate discomfort from danger. Your body reacts to growth as if it's a threat. The action that you can take here is when fear appears, ask, is this actually unsafe or just unfamiliar? Discomfort feels intense, but it's temporary. Danger is rare and obvious. Learning this distinction restores your agency. Step number 4, practice controlled discomfort. That's what the Stoics do. Voluntary discomfort. You don't leap from comfort to chaos. The action that you take, choose one small act of unfamiliar behavior. Speak one honest sentence. Set one boundary. Try one new routine. And delay one avoidance habit. Small exposures retrain the nervous system without overwhelm. And step number 5, build evidence that you can survive growth. It's a very simple formula here. It's through journaling or making notes, the receipt culture that I coach my clients. Confidence grows through proof, not reassurance. Reassurance you forget, but something that you can look at on a daily, weekly basis, that is something that you cannot deny. The action that you take here after each discomfort exposure, write what I feared would happen, what actually happened, and what this proves about me. Your mind learns safety from evidence, not intention. That's where it falls apart, guys. Evidence, the action, the receipt that you collect on a daily, weekly basis. Not the intention to change, not the intention to be better. You're just going to get into the same habits as the year before. If you want to start 2026 powerfully, the thing that you implement is evidence, receipt culture. I have done it. Here is the receipt. I put it into a book. I write it down on a page. I stick it on my screen or on the door. If I cannot see it, if I don't have a receipt for it, it didn't happen. That's how you do it. And if you need help with that, I got perfect systems for you. Reach out to me and we can make the change that you always wanted, because I know you're going to walk into 2026 and in 3 months' time, you're going to recognize that you just on the same wheel as before. The same behavior, the same patterns, the same actions, the same results. What's the meaning? What is it that is important here? Why does this change everything? Well, familiar pain is not loyalty. It's fear disguised as stability. Growth doesn't require courage first. Courage is produced by movement. The moment you stop asking, how do I feel safe, and start asking, what helps me grow, your life begins to expand. But you have to be willing to suffer the consequence, and you have to take the action. Freedom isn't found in comfort. It's found in choosing discomfort that leads somewhere, with direction and with a plan. In coaching, I've seen so many people stay years in roles that drained them, not because they were incapable of change, but because the pain was predictable. One recent client of mine described the situation perfectly. At least I know how to survive this. This is it. But once he began taking small, controlled steps into uncertainty, new conversations, new boundaries, new rhythms, his nervous system recalibrated. That is why I work with my clients so much with neuroscience. The fear didn't vanish, but it stopped controlling him. Growth became tolerable, then normal, and then empowering. That is how it works. Let me give you a couple of advanced strategies. The pain comparison test. Ask yourself, which pain leads somewhere? Stagnation pain compounds and growth pain expires. Use the identity upgrade framing. Instead of I'm leaving this, I want you to say I'm becoming someone new. And the delayed relief awareness. Most growth feels worse before it feels better. That doesn't mean it's wrong. It means it's working. Let me give you your weekly challenge for immediate implementation that you can start right now the second you finish with this episode. Write it down. This week's challenge, number 1, identify one familiar pain you're tolerating. Number 2, name the payoff it provides. Why do you do it? What does it give you? Number 3, choose one small act of unfamiliar discomfort. Number 4, complete it within 72 hours. And number 5, record what actually happened, not what you feared. Receipt culture. One step is enough to break the loop. That's it. That's as simple as it is. Take this weekly thing, implement it right away, and you will see the results. And this was for the last one of this year, a quick one, a very intense one, powerful. If you write it down and you follow this, you can really make a change. If you're still looking how to change things around in 2026, well, here you go. Use it and thank me later. And if this episode described something you've been quietly living with, share it with someone who needs permission to move, not pressure. Take the link of the podcast episode, share it on WhatsApp, put it on Facebook Messenger, TikTok, wherever you communicate. Please do it. That's how we grow the tribe. Subscribe, leave a review. Reviews help me very much, and I really want to reach out to you. Right there, you are listening right now. I want you to leave a review or rate the podcast. Write me a message, something for encouragement. Starting 2026 with your support would mean the world to me. So just do something. Take one action that can prove that you're ready to take other action as well. And join me next week, Monday, again for the 15-Minute Monday as every week, because we just going to get stronger and stronger week by week. And let us not forget to thank the sponsor of this episode, Doc Marty Mushrooms. Growth requires a nervous system that can regulate stress and tolerate uncertainty. And Doc Marty's blends support clarity, calm, and resilience. The biological foundation for stepping out of familiar pain without collapse. Head over to docmarty.com. Listeners receive a 25% discount on their first purchase when using my discount code, which is DAN20, DAN20. Head over to docmarty.com. He is great. He has great products. Please support him. And that's it. And I will leave you with one thought in closing. Familiar pain feels safe until you realize how much it's costing you. You don't stay because you're weak. You stay because you've learned how to survive there. But survival isn't the goal. Growth is. And the moment you choose unfamiliar discomfort over familiar pain, your life stops shrinking and starts moving forward again. So take that action, take that step, listen to the episode again, make notes. If you need assistance, if you really want to change something in 2026, reach out to me. I got online programs. If you can't afford one-on-one coaching, have just a coaching call with me. Just have one powerful session with me. If you contact me after this episode, social media, write me a message on the podcast directly, I will give you a 1-hour exploration session for free so that you can see how powerful it is and that it can actually change you in 2026. I will promise you that in 1 hour, I will make an impact on you that you would have never imagined, and then you can take it from there. That was it. That was it for the last one for 2025, and I hope that I see you next week, Monday in 2026 for the next episode of the 15-Minute Monday. Until then, stay safe, enjoy New Year, don't drive under the influence, don't do stupid things, and I'll see you back on the next one. This was Daniel Craig Johnson, your host on the Success Blueprint, with my promise, I'll be back. Take care, see you in 2026.